Hi and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. Since the last time I haven't got quite as much as I expected done, but we will do a quick flyover in a moment and show you. I am just charging my oh, it's charged, never mind, my jetpack. As you can see, this is starting to grass up nicely. I have a big chunk over here done. Believe me, putting that down with that number of mobs is a lot of fun. Although I am enjoying hunting the creepers and the slimes and what have you when daylight arrives. I finished the outer circle of the walls of Isengard, and it's taken a fair amount of time to get to this point, but I'm pretty happy with it. For some reason that block is not loading. Here, chunky. There we go. Yeah, I really need to ouch, upgrade something so I can actually do that. So it'll load up the chunks a bit better. As you see, we have a big chunk of that done. We have a big chunk of that done. The actual tower is coming together nicely. As you can see, I have almost one full face to the top of the first stage done. It's taken about 20,000 blocks to get to this point, and it actually turns out that obsidian production is a major bottleneck, so very high on my list of upgrades for the next while is to increase my obsidian production, but I'm going to do that later off camera because it's more of the same. You've seen it done. Now in here I'm continuing my lighting setup. As you can see, it's quite interesting. Now one of the things I'm doing with this lighting setup is I'm going to be lighting that floor down here, but also the floor up here. To that end, I will be making, I don't know if I can or not, but if I can make limestone blocks and cut them with a hacksaw, I will, and use those as a cover over this. This is going to be lined off at the outskirts of the circular section of the tower, and down here will be used for primarily for storage and maybe for a sorting system for the magic user stuff. But before we do that, we get to do something which is pretty cool that I've been working on for a day or two, which is the lighting for down here. Now as you can see, I've brought the overhead lighting all the way to here. I've used stone covers to cover over everything, so this is now level the whole way along. It was just bugging me, and of course I've replaced a lot of the cobble with stone blocks. I'm going to do the same here, but before that happens, I'm going to install clear glass pretty much everywhere because I like it. You know, it's just this basically. And it's not it's not even time consuming. I mean, you saw how quickly I got that done. It's more fiddly than anything else, to be quite honest, but it's nice and it works. How did I put that down? That was weird. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. Now these are my primary lighting for down here, and down here is going to be kind of part of a travel hub. I've decided there's going to be an underground system that transfers me between the different big builds, and there are going to be more than just this. And as such, I thought it should be quite impressive, and the lighting should be impressive. So what's going to happen is you're going to have two lines. The minecarts will come up here carrying you, and they'll stop around here. And when the minecart stops there, if there's a minecart here, it will send it down there to the nexus point, which means that you don't have to, oh, I need to break this Minecraft cart and transfer it over. It'll do it automatically. But these these tubes go straight through, and the lava will just run down them. So I think it should give a really nice lighting effect, and it should be quite quite impressive. And the way I'm doing it is, if I can show you very quickly, I shouldn't need more than that. And that gives me panels, and of course the panels give me glass covers. 164, that should be enough. So what I can do is I can add these together, which will give me slabs, and I can add those together, which will give me blocks, and we're back to where we were. So the way I'm doing these is I'm going into a crouch, and I'm just going directly below. It just makes life a little bit easier for placing these. It just works. It's quick, it's relatively simple, and it's also pretty cheap, because I'm making these just as a matter of course anyway, these clear glass blocks, so I figured why not. And I can't imagine that under Isengard was always as shitty as it looked in the Two Towers. I imagine at some point in time Saruman actually had, some pride in his home. And if that's so, well, perhaps he had something like this before, the orcs arrived and trashed everything. And I think I have 2 on this side, so I want to double check. 2 here, yeah. And 2 and 1, I have the 4 in the center. I need to finish these ones. Just going to take a moment. And this is pretty typical of what I like to do. I like playing with fluids, and I like playing with glass, and kind of creating something a bit more picturesque, I suppose. Something that looks a bit more interesting. And this will definitely look interesting. I'm not sure if it'll be successful, but it will definitely be interesting. Now, I will say that high on my list of things I will be doing in the near future is, once I have this big build finished, which actually shouldn't take too much longer, I intend to motor on, and I'm going to jump straight into building a big reactor, because I really need a better source of power, because the source of power I have isn't bad, but it's not exactly reliable, because there's a thing with terrain smashers. Terrain smashers don't seem to like being reloaded. They tend to stop working, and what's worse is when they stop working and you try and pick them up, they have a tendency to vanish. I've had about 6 of them just pop out of existence on me, and while they're not crazy expensive to make, they are expensive, and it's really irritating. So I'm aiming to get rid of them for anything other than temporary, mobile, very mobile power generation, because really they're just not good enough. I mean, they're okay, but they're not great. The ender generators are a bit better, but for those you need to have a lot of ender pearls, and let's face it, they're kind of expensive. Okay, so we have that done. I'm going to need this way. Yes, this way. I am going to need a stack of buckets, which I have here somewhere. Okay, it's not that one. There we go. 8 buckets. And I'll eat and then put that away. I won't eat that. This is going to be a bit more fiddly than putting down the lava for just the strip light was, because this is going to have to be covered over with glass, and it's just going to be fiddly. So to start that off, we'll just place a single block of anything. In this case, stone. I'm not going to have enough to finish this, but what the hell? And this will light both beneath and above, which should be pretty cool, I hope. Wow. I don't know if that comes through on the audio, but apparently we've got a storm. And that's that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cover this over with glass. Whoa. Okay, that was impressive. Okay. I have no idea how much glass this is going to take, but sod it. And the trick here is not to drop the glass below that level, because if you do, the source block for the lava will vanish and you're going to have to take it out and replace it, and you're going to end up with currents and eddies you don't necessarily want, and that would be, let's face it, rather annoying. I'm going to split this. Just split that in a moment. The hell is that noise? Sounds like something teleporting. I wonder actually, is there an Enderman inside and up there somewhere? It's quite possible actually. Now, I'm going to place a source block here, a source block here, and a source block here. That should be okay, yeah. So we'll... where did that go? Oh, it went in there. Great. Ah! What the hell is that noise? Horrible noise, whatever it is. It sounds organic. Maybe it's a pig. I suppose it's possible. And you can see what we're doing with this now. So it's oh, that's an Enderman. He's after nicking something, I would say. One here and minimize the chance of me falling. Now, this is one of the tubes, so we're just going to show how this works, and we'll call it a day then, because this is going to take frickin' ages. So yeah, we drop this down, and I'm going to head over here and drop in, and there we go. And there is a lava tube. As for how effective it is, let's see. So if we take out this, that looks good. Take out this, still no red marks. It's a little dimmer, but not badly so. Yeah, with F7 on, we have, well, we've basically no torches over on this side. I mean, and look, that's how far it's getting lit, primarily by this. So that's pretty successful, and it looks pretty cool too. So I'm going to fill all of these the same. I'm going to replace the cobble with the stone in the couple of places that are left to be done down here, and of course fill in the gaps with glass. In the meantime, I will be adding more and more of the soil and getting the grounds of Isengard finished, and after that it's a matter of finishing Orthanc. And to that end, between this and the next recording session, or the one after it, I'm not sure which, I'm going to expand my obsidian generation. Is there something in that? Frickin' is. There's an Enderman there. Imagine that. Anyway, so we will call it a day here. I hope you enjoyed this. Of course, always feel free to like, subscribe and share. I will be back. This is going out, I'm not sure when this is going out. I think this is going out like on Thursday. So we'll see you again tomorrow regardless. And have a great day. Bye.